Hey everyone, Katie Carson here, or my hands at least. Welcome to a super quick tutorial. A lot of you guys have asked me how I line these slab molds. I've seen video tutorials, I've seen picture tutorials, but I felt like I needed more explanation in all of them. So I'm gonna share with you guys what I do. The mold that I use is custom made for me. My brother Kenny made this. The interior dimensions make a 14-inch square. So I have my ruler here, I'll show you guys that. You start on the inside, you get to the end here, 14 inches. So the first thing that you do is you measure the inside and then you measure up the walls. How tall are these? Mine are 3.5 inches. So 3.5 inches plus 14 inches plus 3.5 inches equals 21 inches. So you know that whatever freezer paper you buy, like the one I have here, needs to have a minimum width of 21 inches. And of course, ideally, you would like some overlap. So I bought freezer paper that is 24 inches from side to side. I got mine in a huge roll on Amazon. There's also like a big dispenser you can get as well. So once you have your mold and your paper, now it's time to start lining. And this is just the way I like to do it. So first, I curl up the edges of my paper. Of course, you need to make sure, by the way, when you rip it off, that you're pulling off at least 21 inches. Again, ideally more. I have 24 inches on the side, and then I pull about, 24 to 30 inches this way. Any extra that you have, you'll cut off later. You would rather have more than not enough. And you can see here on this side, this is the edge that I ripped off real quick off the big roll of paper. So I have a little bit that I messed up here. It's really jagged. You don't want to start with this end. You want to start with the perfectly straight edge that has never been torn. I'm going to shake it in a little bit so that it falls nicely into my mold, and I'll push it flush against the back. And then I'm going to take a fingernail. If you don't have a fingernail, you could take, I don't know, maybe like the end of a pin without the actual like pin part sticking out. You're going to push into these side corners and you're going to run your fingernail all the way down so it makes a nice demarcation. And then you're gonna do the same for the other side. Just gonna run my fingernail all the way down as far as I can go. And then we will remove the piece of paper from the mold. Move the mold to the side. And you have this nice seam going down the sides of your paper. So I'll turn it to the side. I will line up the edges so that they're nice and straight, and I will follow the line that I have already made all the way down. We'll do the same for the other side. Line up the edges nice and straight. If you're doing this along with me, feel free to pause the video and go at your own pace. There's no rush. Take your time. So now 2 of your 4 sides are nicely folded, so let's do the other 2. We'll bring our mold back. We will gently kind of wiggle this around, make sure it sits nice and flat. Push it flush against the back here of my mold. And then once again, we'll make a crease using our fingernail down the side. And on this side, push up against the mold with your hand. And then using your fingernail, make a nice crease all the way down the side. And this time you can go all the way down to the end of the paper because it's already been folded. I'll remove it once more, and then I will make a really sharp crease while lining up the edges here and using my fingers. Nice sharp crease there. Come along to this side, taking my time, making sure it's nice and straight. It's a lot better to take your time and do it right the first time than have to come back later and re-crease. Okay, so we have a perfect square now. I'm gonna put this in my mold. It doesn't matter which way I put it in because it's a square. I'm gonna lock up the side. And for this next part, you're going to need some packing tape and some scissors. I've zoomed you guys in a little so you can see better. Now the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna pull up these 2 corners. So you see your 2 corners? And now I'm gonna take my scissors and I'm gonna split the sides where the crease is being made. So closest to me where the crease is, I'm just splitting right down that seam, stopping at the top of the mold right here. I will do the same on the other side. Just split right down the crease, ending at the tippity top of the mold. As soon as my scissors touch it, I know that that's far enough. And now taking a piece of tape, I'm gonna pull the side closest to me, pushing my hand flat against the wall of the mold, and I'm gently going to bend the freezer paper over the edge. Tape it in place on the back side, and then we'll do the same to the other side. I've zoomed you guys in even further so you can see what I'm doing once more. I'm gonna pull up this edge. I'm gonna hold my hand flat against the wall of the mold, and I'm gonna bend that top right over the edge and tape it in place. This next part, I feel, is the part that trips a lot of people up. How do you get this to be flat against the side? Well, if you split your edges, it's really easy to do. You're gonna pull up towards the back side, and you'll see the paper will naturally start to bend towards the mold. So you'll pull it up like this, and then using your hand, you will crease that extra little flap so it makes a triangle. You'll be able to feel the little triangle in your hand there. I'm trying to get my hand out of the way so you can actually see it. Okay, so you see, here it is. I'm gonna crease that little triangle. You can see here where the two triangles have been creased. I have a little extra paper sticking over the edge because this is where my lock is. So I'm gonna go ahead and snip that off real quick. And then once again, bending the flap, I'll put a piece of tape on it. We'll tape it right into place. I'll zoom you guys out a little bit so you can see this end is actually the really long one. Here's where I split the corners. So I'm gonna start by lifting up the flap. You'll see there'll be a natural bend in the paper towards the edge of the mold. We're gonna make that triangle crease with our finger. Once you've got your creases made, you'll push across the top, keeping your hands close to the side. And if you have a little extra, like I do, you can cut that off to make the taping easier. You'll pull off a piece of your packing tape, stick it right there on the edge, and stick it to the side of your mold again. These little spots you're seeing in the inside of my mold, it's just water. I washed the mold before I used it for this tutorial. And there you go. You have a nicely lined mold, edges that are crisp. There's no chance of anything leaking. And now, if you want, and I do want, you can mark where each of your loaves is going to be. So the first place I'll mark is right in the middle at 7 inches, and then at 3.5 inches. So I have 3.5, 7, and 10.5. Once again, on the other side, I mark mine at 7, at 3.5, and at 10.5. After I have poured into the mold, I will end up having 4 loaves. Each loaf will give me 13 bars for a total of 52 1-inch thick bars. If you enjoyed this super quick, well, at least I hope it's super quick, mold lining tutorial, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Let me know down in the comments below what other fast and easy soap prep tutorials you may like to see in the future, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.